welcome to PureStretch at Weight Fitness. It's Emma here. It's Monday morning and I hope you've had a great weekend. Okay, so just while everyone is getting organised, I'd like you to check that you've got the right equipment to hand. It's a mat-based class, so you'll need a mat or a thick towel to lie on. Make sure your surrounding area is free from stuff, okay, because we are going to be doing some nice stretches. And when I did this when I first started a few weeks ago, I had a close contact with the log basket. So it's really nice if you can just create a bit of space and put the screen in a place where you can easily see it, and make sure that you're not going to, I've made sure I'm away from the wall, things like that, yeah. So the mat is the most important thing that you've got today. Added extras, if you have them, you might have a ball, okay? I've just had a delivery of balls, so if you want a ball, shout and I can get one in the post to you or stuck through your letterbox if you're local. Balls are really, really good. They come flat with a bung and a straw, so you don't need any complicated equipment to blow them up. You will need some sort of band to stretch with. A cotton yoga band is perfect. The big stretches we're going to be doing today, you should not be doing them with rubber bands, because rubber bands stretch and your muscles can go doing, 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 snap, okay? So you need to use a fixed band, a band that's not going to stretch. So you're talking about a yoga band, you're talking about a dressing gown belt if it was appropriately long enough, okay? And if you want to, when we're doing some rollbacks, if you've got light hand weights, you could get those. You could have 2 identical sized water bottles. 500 mils of water or fluid weighs half a kilo, and that's what these weigh, okay? So 500 mils is half a kilo. So you might use small tins. I used my small tins of spicy mixed beans. I'm sure Tesco's sales of spicy mixed beans have gone right up since I've been promoting them 3 times a week. But they're really nice because I've got small hands, and holding on to something firmly, you need to have an appropriate size in your hand. Okay, right, so let's just have a quick whiz. Who's here? Karen's there, and Tracy, hello. Pauline and Rose, hello. Tracy, Sarah and Debbie's there, fantastic. So make sure you've got any equipment that you need. Go and get it now so that you've got it ready. And I'm giving you all a little wave. It's a new thing on Facebook, I can wave at you. I don't know quite why they've had it, it's very nice. So make sure your equipment's there. Obviously, just to remind you, PureStretch is suitable for many people. It is not suitable if you're pregnant or you had a baby recently, because you can damage your muscles because of a relaxin, which is a chemical in your body that relaxes everything, ready for you to give birth. All very well, but if we're doing big stretches, you can get injured, so that's not appropriate for you. Everyone must work within their own pain-free range. Don't do anything that hurts, and you're going to work at your own risk. Okay, so I think some of us have just done a really energetic cardio session, and I love the fact that Chris said, oh, I'm all warm now, ready for stretch, which is fantastic. You are. Not everyone has done that cardio session, so we're going to start with a warm-up and we're going to do it on our mat. Okay, so the plan with PureStretch is I can talk you through it, and in a while, once you get to know the moves, you can do the whole session without looking up all the time, because I'm explaining what you're going to do, all right? But we're going to start lying on our mat. We might have a small flat pillow under the head. Now, the position of the head, if I show you side on, when you're lying on your mat, I want your chin to be like on a little shelf, all right? I don't want the chin up in the air like that, and I don't want it down on the chest. I want it so the chin is like if I'm sitting up here, it's like on a shelf, and that's the same way as when you're lying on the floor. So if you're having a pillow under your head, it needs to be quite a flat one to ensure your chin stays in this position. It's not too high and it's not too low. Okay, so let us make the start. So we're going to take ourselves down to our mats, and I'm just going to make sure you can see me. That's it. So we're going to settle our shoulders down. That's it. That's it, lovely. And to start with, we're just going to make ourselves long on our mat. Okay, just nice and relaxed. Lengthen the legs if you're able to. As we're lying on our mat, we'd like to keep natural curves in our back. Okay, and just draw your attention to your pelvis. Just tilt the pelvis forwards and back a few times. And I'd like you to imagine tilted one way is A, tilted all the way back is C, and I want you to choose the middle, which is B. We want a neutral pelvis. That's what we're aiming for when we're lying on our mat. And we've got natural curves in our back. We've got a lovely straight line down the body. If we could see, which we're not because we're flat down, but we're aiming for a straight line, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, and between second and third toes. Okay, so let's relax. Arms long down by the side. You can look up to the ceiling or have your eyes closed. So I'd just like you to focus on you for a minute. Think about breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Try and make your out breath longer than your in breath. So breathe in for 3, hold your breath for 4, and then breathe out through your mouth for 5. And we'll just do that a couple more times. In for 3, hold your breath for 4, and breathe out for 5. Excellent work. Maybe one more. Excellent, okay. So we've just got a lovely awareness of our core muscles. It's like we've got a little belt round the middle that we've just tightened up to 3 out of 10, okay? It's not madly sucked in, but just a nice awareness that there is a little waist in there. Okay, put the hands on your shoulders, take your elbows up towards the ceiling and circle the elbows round. Now, you're just working within your own pain-free range, doing what's possible. If you can, we're trying to sweep the elbows along the mat. And then after 4, we're going to go back the other way. That's it. So we're just warming up the shoulders nicely. That's it. And then finish with your elbows up towards the ceiling and stretch your arms up. Now imagine something you fancy is on the ceiling. It could be a bowl of cherries or a Toblerone, okay? And all we're going to do is we're going to imagine there's a rope above us. We're going to stretch one arm up and then the other one a bit higher. And we're going to alternate as we climb up this imaginary rope, okay? As we're doing this, we're lifting this shoulder up and we're getting some movement in the upper back as we climb towards our bowl of cherries or our Toblerones. We're going to go 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and come on, stretch 2 and 1 and pause with the arms above you but settle the shoulders down. Okay, so we're going to go wide like a scarecrow, so we're going to take them wide, don't quite touch the floor, pause and bring them back up. Again, take them wide, don't quite touch the floor and bring them back up. Okay, 2 more, take them wide, brilliant, back up and again. Good, pause at the top. Okay, we're going to do some full arm circles. So we call these snow angels. Take them over your head, and if you need to, bend the elbows slightly and bring them round the side. Now this is when you need to be aware of all your equipment, okay? Take them over your head and round the side. If you're able to straighten the arms, then fine. If you need to have them bent, then that's fine. Up the body, breathe in, breathe out. Down the sides. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Fantastic. Pause at the top. Okay, now go back the other way. Take them down, round and up. Take them down, up the side and down the middle. 2 more. That's it. I can imagine there are green balls rolling county-wide as we knock them all out the way. That's it. Well done. And then we're going to pause at the top. Now we're going to do marching arms. Take the right arm up and the left arm down, but don't quite touch the floor. And return. March and return. 2 more sets. March and return. Last one. March and return. Now go back to both arms above above you, palms facing. Okay, we're going to go wide again for scarecrow arms. So take them wide, don't quite touch the floor, and bring them back up. Take them wide, brilliant, don't quite touch the floor, bring them back up. 2 more, looking good. And you're just doing what's manageable for you, all right? That's excellent. Back up. Now we'll do marching arms again, but this time lead with the left, go down with the right. That's it, don't quite touch the floor as you're marching and marching. Lovely straight lines. And see how close to the floor the arm above your head can get. It all depends on your range of movement. Well done. One more set. Finish here and take the arms down by your sides. Well done. Okay, bend up one leg followed by the second. Okay, take the arms away from the body. Really connect with these core muscles. Keep the shoulders glued to the floor. Just gently take the knees to one side and look to the opposite side. You're not going too far, you're warming up, remember. Everything back to the middle and down the second side. That's it. Everything back to the middle, down the first side. Well done. To the centre and down the second side. Brilliant, well done. Okay. So we're going to draw, I'll do it on my my left, but you'll be doing your right. Bring the right knee in, you're going to straighten it. That's it. Bend it and take it forwards. Hover the heel an inch off the floor, draw it back in and straighten. Bend and forwards, in and straighten. So 4 more, so you're doing 6. Aim to do 6 of everything, and then I haven't got to remember the counting. That's it, well done. Oh, lovely. Got 2 more to do. And here's the last one. Okay, finish with that leg straight up. Circle the foot round. That's it, back the other way. And then point and flex. So point and flex. Point and flex. That's it. That's nice. Well done. So you did 6 can-cans first with the pointy foot. Now we're going to flex the foot and do 6 more can-cans. So draw the knee in. Take it forward, hover, back in and straighten. It should feel different with that flexed foot. That's it. Keep these hips nice and still as you're doing your 6 of those. Well done. That's lovely. And then after that 6th one, take that foot to the floor. We now draw our attention to the other leg. So gently pointy foot, bring the knee in. We're going to straighten the leg, bend it and take it forwards. In, flex. Excellent. That's it. So you're going to do 6 of these. Lovely. And then after those 6, pause with the leg straight up. We did the toe circling. Back the other way. That's it. And then we paused in the middle and we did our pointing and our flexing. That's it. Flex. As you flex, you feel a nice bit of movement in that calf. That's really good. Warming up these muscles. And then we pause with a flexed foot. That's it. Bring the knee in, we extend it forwards, hover the heel an inch off the floor, back in and straighten. That's it. We don't have to be too delicate because we're trying to warm up the joints and the muscles. Excellent work. That's it. So we're doing 6 of those with a flexed foot. Brilliant. And then we're going to return that foot to the floor. Okay, now just you're going to decide what level you want to work at. You can return to the feet flat on the floor, legs bent, okay, If you choose to have a little gap between the knees and the ankles, that's fine. That does help some people's backs. You might want to put the ball between your knees. I just looked to see where my ball rolled to. Oh, it's behind you. It's over. So if you've got a ball and you want to use it, put the ball between your knees, all right? Arms out wide, shoulders glued to the floor. That's it. And really connect with those core muscles. And all you're going to do is just take the knees to one side and look to the opposite side, and then come back to the middle and do the second side. Now there will be some of you in this mixed ability group want to work a bit harder, so you're going to put the knees, the ball between the knees and the legs at tabletop. So we've got the shins parallel to the floor. Really connect with those core muscles, and you're just going to take the knees side, centre, and down the second side. So this just gives us a little bit more awareness of our core muscles, and we're just working a little bit harder. Whenever the feet are off the floor, it's always going to be harder. Okay, just take the knees side to side. That's it. And you can just look up to the ceiling. I'm looking at you because I'm teaching, but you can look up to the ceiling, take the knees just gently side to side, shoulders glued to the floor to keep you stable. That's it, one more each side. And then come back to the middle and lower the feet down. Take the ball out. And then we're going to move on to frog's legs. So bring the knees in towards the chest. Okay. We'll draw the knees in, take the knees apart and circle them round like we're doing breaststroke legs. Okay. So we're going to do 6 in one direction. You can keep it small if you need to by keeping the feet together but circling the knees. Or if you're feeling a little bit more able, you can do nice and wide. You're going to do 6 in one direction, pause, and go back the other way for 6. Brilliant. That's it. Well done. And then we're going to pause and lower the feet down. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to straighten that leg, and we're going to take this leg at tabletop. Okay, so one leg is flat to the floor, one leg is at tabletop. Really connect with these core muscles and bring those toes in so your foot is flexed. So we're just going to do a little bit more core awareness before we sit up. Now this is just, I need you to keep your curves in your back, okay? And connect with these core muscles and just push it, pump that foot away for 6. We're going to go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause, okay? Again, we're going to push 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Brilliant. This is only the warm-up still. We're not lifting this other leg yet. Okay, 2 more sets. Keep the curves in your back. Okay, push it forward. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. And one more time. Push away. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take it down. Good work. Swap legs. Flatten that one. Bring this one up to tabletop. Flex the foot. So we've got knee over hip. Shin parallel to the floor. Connect with the core. So we did 4 lots of pushing away for 6 times. Here we go. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Just breathe steadily. Push. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. How are you doing? Make sure the shin, all this, is parallel to the floor. No foot dipping. 2 more sets. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Keep the curves in the back. One picky today, aren't I? 1 more set. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the foot down. Good work. Okay. So you're going to roll onto your side and come up to sitting. That's it. Hopefully you're feeling a bit warmer now, yeah? Hope so. Right, so we are going to sit in this lunge position, okay? As you can see, I've run out of t-shirts that fit. t-shirts. I'm going to have to do my mountain of ironing soon, aren't I? Right, so what we're going to do first, we've got our legs in a lunge position, our knees are up, our feet are up, and we're sitting up tall with those natural curves in our back. Okay, so we're going to do incy wincy spider fingers. So we're just sitting tall and we're just going to creep the hands forward, our gaze is forward as we take the fingers forwards, pause, and take the fingers back. Okay, so side on, you can see I'm leaning forwards and I'm coming back. What I'm not doing is collapsing down. I want long backs with those natural curves in place. As you creep the fingers forwards, you pause and you creep the fingers back. Okay, so let's do that together. Knees up, feet up, sitting tall. Let's go forward. So we're going to creep the fingers forward. While we're here, take them out. Oh yes. Take them back and then gently up to sitting, and again creep it forward, a lovely long back, creep it forward, out to the sides, back to the middle. Are you feeling this now? I'm feeling it here. Yeah, my hamstrings. 2 more sets. Sit up tall, creep it forward, take it wide, creep it back, and up we come. Just one more time. Creep it forward, take it wide, bring it back, and up we come. For a short rest, bring one knee in and the second one, and gently lean forwards. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to go back to our lunge legs. Okay, that's it, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, so we're going to start with porridge, and then we're going to make this a little bit bigger, bit of a bigger stretch. Okay, so porridge, we're going to hold onto a wooden stick, and we're going to start small. We're going to circle round, leaning forward, keeping the arms parallel to the floor. We're going to circle round 6 times, leaning and leaning. It's a really big pot. Round we go. So you should be feeling this right down the back in your hamstrings. Oh yes, and in your hips too. So we're doing 6 big stirs. We're going to pause, back the other way. So it's small to start with, back the other way. Keep it small, keep it small. And then gently you lean and stretch forward. Moving from the hip, keeping the back lovely and long. That's right, round we go. So we're doing 6 of those, arms parallel to the floor. Fantastic. Good. And then we're going to pause. Well done. And give those arms a little bit of a shake and roll those shoulders. Excellent. Okay, so if you find that that's enough, you can go back to your stirring in both directions. Okay. If, however, you just want a bit more of a bigger stretch, okay, what we're going to do, we're sitting tall. Okay, we're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we're just going to turn. That's all we're doing to start with, and we're coming back to the middle. Now, if it helps you, I don't know if this is going to make any difference to me, you could hold your band, and then at least it might keep your arms a little bit straighter. What we don't want is sort of arms doing this. We'd like them out wide. Okay, relax the shoulders. That's it. Use the band if you want to. So this time we're going to go the other way. Breathe in. As you breathe out, rotate. And back to the middle. First side, breathe in. As you breathe out, and back. Good. One more time. The other way. And back to the middle. Fantastic. Okay, good. There's a nice bit of rotation in there. So this arm, we're going to just gently stretch across to the opposite side. Now, you can be, depending on how flexible you are, I want your back lovely and long. Okay, so you're leaning forwards, but you're moving from the hip. You're going to stretch across to the opposite knee or the opposite ankle, and this arm can just tuck behind. Sit tall, stretch across. Okay. So if you need to, just make it a small turn, okay, or you can make it a little bit deeper if you felt able to. Okay, so we're going to breathe in, breathe out, take it across, come up, swap sides, take it across. So the opposite hand is aiming for the knee or the ankle. Take it across, and take it across. And with any of this, this, the slower you do it, the more you will feel. So if you're heading for your ankle, you may be able to head for the inner ankle, or you might head for the outer ankle. I know. Oh, that gives you a lovely stretch. So we're going to go 6 and 5 and 4. Oh, I'm feeling this. And 3. Good work. 2 and 1. Oh, lovely. Pop the knees together and hug your knees. Well done. Oh, I felt that. Yeah, that's good. Right, well, while we're here, we're going to do a lovely shoulder stretch. So we've got our feet wider than the hips. This hand is heading, if I just move back, you can see what my feet are doing. This hand is heading for those toes. I'm going for the little toes first, okay? Now, the stretch is going to be felt in this shoulder. This hand is at the side. I'm gently pushing down with my foot at the same time as my hand pulls it up. So we're going to feel this stretch in this shoulder. Push the foot down for 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently let go. Okay, swap sides. Head for those little toes, that's the side we're going for. Hold it firmly. This hand keeps us upright, but we're leaning down. This foot is pushing down, the hand is pulling up. So we're going to pull. That's it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Brilliant. Back to the first side, stretch it across. Hand around that foot on the outside edge. Hand here. Push down with the foot. Push, push, push. Feel the stretch in that shoulder. Let's do it for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swap sides. Last time. Stretch it across. Okay, push that foot down. Pull with the hand. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent work. Oh, bring those legs in. Have a little hug. That's it. Take the knees side to side if that feels comfortable. Excellent work. Nice. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do some rollbacks, and if you want to get your ball, see where it's rolled to and go and find it. Balls are useful because they can be used in our back for level 1 at work, between our knees for level 2 and beyond. But you can still manage without one if you haven't got one. Okay, got my ball. Right, so we're going to do our rollbacks now. So if you also have your weights to hand, if you want to use them. So, that's it. With our rollbacks, we've got a gentle bend in the knees, a nice straight line. Ankles, knees and hips is what we're aiming for. The ball can be wedged in and you sit back on it slightly, and it must be firmly in place. So if I was to come around the class and kick the ball, it needs to stay in place, okay? And you remember we just tuck the pelvis under, we create a C shape, C for Charlie, and imagine we've got a peach between our chin and our chest, okay? And as we roll down, we curl the tailbone under, create a little C shape with our back, and then we gently come up, all right? So that's the position level 1 with the ball. The ball could go between our knees, and to work a little bit harder, you can lengthen the legs a bit as well. So by having the ball between the knees, you're actively squeezing it while you're rolling down, so that's going to work your pelvic floor as well as your inner thighs. Let's start with 6 little roll downs, then we can always add some weights, okay? So, check your alignment. Really have a lovely awareness of those core muscles. I'm going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we're just rolling into the ball, pause, and slowly rolling back up again, okay? Tucking the tailbone under, we're going to roll. Just pause when your tummy pulls slightly, and then gently roll back up again. 4 more, come on, let's do this. Lovely. So keep the peach between your chin and your chest. Gently rolling down and rolling back up again. Squeeze the ball if it's between your knees. And you're just pausing after 6. Excellent work. And then when you're ready, just gently stretch forwards. Okay. So what we'll do now, without the weights, we're just going to practice being lower down, and we'll do some arms and then we'll come back up and then we can add some weights, okay? So check your alignment again, okay? Relax those shoulders. Now really connect with those core muscles. Gently roll down into where the ball would be and just hold this position. You're going to grab a little paddle and go paddling. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, change sides. 1, 2, 3, change sides and lift. Did you feel that? Good. Okay. Relax the shoulders. Connect with the core. Here we go. So we're going to roll down. Okay. Tailbones tucked under. Grab your paddle, guys. We're going paddling. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change sides. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. Oh, did you feel that? I can't hear you. You did. Excellent. Right. So we got a little bit of rotation in there, didn't we, with our canoeing? We're going to just, this time with the weights, we will come down and we're going to do some arm work before we come back up. So if you've got weights, that's great. If you haven't, you can still do the work, but just without a weight in your hand. And always make sure your joints are comfortable and you're using an appropriate sized weight, okay? These are tiddlers, these are half kilo weights, but they do actually make you work harder than you think. Right, so if we're having weights or bottles in our hands, our palms are up, we close the fingers round them. Remember all those important things, shoulders down, we're tucking the tailbone under, elbows are in at the waist, breathe in. As we breathe out, we come down. Stay here. We're going to do some bicep curls. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently roll back up. Well done. So we're going to do, that was single arms, now we're going to do doubles. Okay, so squeeze the ball if you've got a ball there. Breathe in, breathe out as you come down. Now breathe steadily, elbows in at the waist. 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and roll up. Very good work. Whew. And we're going to gently rest back onto our mat and have a little stretch. So take the ball out, arms above your head, everything's falling down, that's it. Big stretch and a little wriggle. Well done. Did you feel that? I hope you did. Right, so we're just going to do some leg stretching and then we're going to lie on our tummy and do some work. So if you would like to find your band, your dressing gown belt, so with the hamstring stretching, you can manage without a belt if you don't have one. When we're doing the circling, you will need to have a band. So if you haven't got one, you'll need to do you'll need to do something else. You'll need to crack on with your hamstring swings. Maybe you could do your can-can again. Okay, we'll come to that in a minute. Right, so if you would like to put your band round your right foot, straighten the right leg up, okay? That's it, foot is nice and flexed. Now, we're going to do the clock, okay, and draw a clock face on the ceiling. So the band is round the right foot and the doubled up band, the double band is in the right hand, the left arm comes out at scarecrow, all right? So I'm going to get my left leg out the way. And all I'm going to do is circle this foot round, drawing a clock on the ceiling, all right? Trying not to miss out any numbers. So shoulders, this shoulder is glued to the floor, okay? And we're just circling this round. So the circle can get bigger. That's it. Circle it round. Woo, lovely. Then we're going to pause, go back the other way, start small, that's it, and then it can get a little bit bigger. So So make sure you've got space that you're not going to knock into the wall or anything. Okay, nice big circle. Get those hips working. Well done. Then you're going to pause in the middle. Well done. Okay, I'm bending up my other leg now. Just do a little hamstring stretch, because that was more of a hip work. Stretch out one band in each hand, wrap it once, flex the foot, okay? So you're used to hamstring stretches, okay? The resting leg can be bent or straight. Keep this one as straight as you can. Breathe in, breathe out as you draw it in. So you'll be feeling the stretch down the back of your thigh and your hamstrings. Breathe in and breathe out. Excellent. 4 more to do. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Excellent. So you're going to do 6 on that leg. That's lovely. Well done. Brilliant. Okay. Lower this foot down onto that bent up knee. Let's just do this one while we think about it. Push the right knee away with the right hand, or put your hand or the doubled up band around the left knee and draw it in for a bigger stretch. That leg can be bent or straight. It depends what you can manage. And this is a lovely stretch in your bottom. Breathe in, breathe out as you hug in tighter. And looking up to the ceiling is a great way to go, because then your neck is in the right position. And you're going to do 6 of these. Excellent work. Are you feeling that stretch? I really hope so. I can. Good. We're going to gently let go. Put both feet back on the floor. Now the band goes round the left foot. Straighten the left leg up, okay? And we've got both bands in the left hand, okay? Wrap it round. Take the other arm out at scarecrow, and you can get that other leg out the way. It can be bent up and just relaxed out, or it can be flat. It's whatever suits you, okay? So we're drawing the clock on the ceiling, so it's small. Small to start with, small to start with. That's it. Really good. So the clock can get bigger. Try not to miss out any numbers, and try not to have too many corners. That's it. And then you go back the other way. Keep it small to start with. A bit bigger. Brilliant. Whoa, lovely. Our legs and bottoms have had a good old stretch today, haven't they? That's it. That's it. Brilliant. Well done. Then you're going to come back to the top. Now, the other leg, you can bend it up or have it flat. For your hamstring stretch now, 1 band in each hand. Okay, 1 wrap. Settle the shoulders, flex the foot, and you've got your 6 active stretches to do. Breathe in and breathe out as you draw that leg in. The emphasis is keeping the leg straight. It's not how close you can get your knee to your nose. It's how much you can keep it straight and still just draw it in a little bit. You're going to be feeling it down the back of your thigh and in your calf, as long as you've got your knee as comfortably straight as possible. That's it, and you're doing 6 of those. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Elbows are neatly in at the waist, wrists relaxed. Well done. push this knee away, that level 1 stretch, look up to the ceiling so your neck's comfy, or put your hand or the doubled up band around the other knee. So you're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, draw that leg in. That's it. This is where you're feeling the stretch. Breathe in at the top, breathe out. Excellent. Away, breathe in and breathe out. And you're doing 6 of these. Excellent work. After those 6, gently lower the feet to the floor. Okay. If it's comfortable for you, take your arms away. Connect with those core muscles and just take the knees side to side. And you can look in the opposite direction if you like. Everything back to centre and down the second side. Excellent. Everything back to the middle, well done. So you're now going to roll onto one side, push yourself up to sitting, and just get accustomed to being upright. We're going to go down onto our tummy. Okay, so we will just do a little bit of lower back work, because obviously our core isn't just the front, it's the front, sides and back, and round the other side. It's like a little barrel all the way round, and we need to work all of it. Okay, so we are going to go down onto our tummy, and we are going to just do some lovely little gentle stretches on our back, some work on our back. So take your glasses off if you've got glasses on. You're going to come down, that's it. And we are going to have our elbows under our shoulders. Now, if that is too big for you, you can start right down here with the diamond in front. So this is your level 1. You're going to stay down here. You're going to start down here with the fingertips together. Really connect with the core muscles, have lovely long legs, and can really be aware here. And then you're going to lift your head, neck and shoulders up. You're looking down to the mat as you draw those elbows in, and then you lower back down, okay? So that's the exercise you can start with if you've got issues with your back or your mobility is quite limited there. Alternatively, we're going to come up and we're going to have the elbows under our shoulders, okay? And we're going to look towards the end of the mat, okay? So all we're going to do, we're in this position, we want the chest to be lifted. So instead of it being sunk down here, we want to imagine a candle on the mat, and we're lifting the chest away from the candle flame, okay? And all we're going to do is gently bend the leg. So we're just going to bring the heel in and straighten the leg. Swap sides. Bring the heel in and straighten the leg. Can you see? Bring the heel in and straighten the leg. Bring the heel in and straighten the leg. And then gently come down to your mat and relax. Okay, so we'll do that again. You can do your elbow presses if you want. You know, your diamond press. Otherwise, we're in this position, elbow under shoulders. I'm just checking mine are in place. Thumbs up, looking forwards, really connecting with those core muscles. Let's start with the left foot this time. So bring the heel in and straighten the leg. Bring the heel in and straighten the leg. Again, in and straighten. Fantastic. Let's just do 4 more. Keep the chest lifted, visualize that candle. So you want to keep your chest away from the flickering flame. Last 2. Excellent. Okay, put your hands by your shoulders, push yourself back. And you can sit back on your heels if you're able to, or come up to all 4s and gently arch your back up. So if you're sitting back on your heels, have your toes together and your knees apart. Gently stretch your arms forward. That's it. So you're feeling a stretch in your back and your shoulders. Arms are out in front of you. Breathe in. As you breathe out, just melt the shoulders down to the mat. Keep your elbows lifted if you can. Breathe in. Breathe out and melt lower. Just 2 more times. Breathe in. Breathe out and melt. And 1 more. tummy for a quad stretch. The quads are at the front of the thighs. So let's come down. Put your forehead on the back of your hand. That's it. Bring a heel towards your bottom. That's it. Knees side by side and gently push the hips into the mat. Now if you need to, you can use your band. Pop it round the foot and draw that knee in, the heel in towards your bottom. It just works by making your arms longer. Excellent. So take that one away. Easier said than done. And then swap sides. Bring the heel towards the bottom. Check that the shoulders are nice and relaxed as you're doing that. That's it. Push the hips into the mat for a bigger stretch. Excellent work. Okay, so what we're going to do now, put the hands by the shoulders, push yourself back, and you're going to take yourself onto your back now. That's it. And relax yourself down. Well done. So we're just going to, I think actually, before we have a little relax, should we go back to that little foot pumping exercise, which we did at the start, but in the warm-up we just did a nice gentle version. So this is just a little core exercise to finish off with, and we've got our legs bent, our arms down by our sides, shoulders are relaxed, and we've got that lovely awareness of the core muscles. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to flatten one leg and take the other leg to tabletop. So we've got the knee over the hip, the shin parallel to the floor, and we've got that foot flexed. Now, as we're working, we want to keep the natural curves in our back. That's important so that we use the core. Okay, so what we're going to do, first time, we're going to just gently push this foot away. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Rest. Brilliant. Let's do it again. So push 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Brilliant. Pause. Let's swap legs. Okay, so nice easy level 1 to start with. Foot is flexed, shin parallels to floor, knee starts over the hip. Really connect here. So let's push away for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and pause. Good. Another 8. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and rest. Brilliant. Returning to our first leg, you can do exactly the same. Connect and pump away. Okay. If you wanted to work a lot harder, okay, it involves just hovering this other leg an inch off the floor. Okay. Don't do it for too long. Now I'm going to start at 6 this time. You can choose, but what I don't want is for your back position to change. I want your core to do the work. Okay. So you're going to do this at your level. Okay. If you want to work harder, lift that bottom leg and push for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and lower the leg down. Did you feel that? Woof, I did. Let's do that one more time. Okay, lift if you want to, push away. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and rest. Well done, swap sides. Gosh, just lifting that leg is such hard work, isn't it? I bet some of you think, cool, I could do this all day, Emma. Right, okay, so we have this second leg at tabletop. You keep the other leg flat on the floor if you want to, it's not a problem. Okay, lift it if you want to and pump. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and rest. One more time. Lift if you want to and push. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. And down. Good work. Big stretch. Woo! That was good, wasn't it? I felt that. That was marvellous. Okay, so we're going to rest now. So this is when, if you weren't all lovely and warm and cozy, you could put a little blanket over you, or you could just relax. So we have just relax. Oh, hopefully you've done some work this morning. Let's return to our breathing. We're going to breathe into the nose, hold the breath for 4, and as you breathe out for 5, let your body melt into your mat. Again, breathe in for 3, hold for 4, and breathe out for 5. So let me carry on with that. Put on some music. Focus on your breathing into the nose, out through your mouth. Bring your focus back to the room, just gently wiggle your fingers and relax your hands. You're going to bend up one leg, put the foot flat on the floor, followed by the second one. To stretch your inner thighs, walk your heels as close to your bottom as you feel comfortable to, and then take the right knee down the right side and left knee down the left side. Your feet might meet in the middle. If you want a bigger stretch, put your hands on your inner thighs and let the weight of the hands make the stretch bigger. Slowly take the hands away and pop the knees side by side. We're going to slowly roll onto our side. Use the top hand to push yourself up to sitting and just take a few moments to get used to being upright again. Excellent. Okay, so we are going to slowly come up to standing because we need to do some stretching of our arms because we used the weights earlier. So come onto all fours, put one foot flat on the floor, 2 hands on that knee, and slowly come up to standing, and make sure where you're standing is safe and you're not going to fall over anything. Okay. Let's roll those shoulders. Take them back, say 4 times, and then bring them forwards. Excellent work, well done. Okay, so you can take one arm up. The palms going down the back. We're going to push from the front or pull from behind and look forward. So this is So we're looking forwards and our chest is forward and our feet are a hip distance apart. So this is stretching the shoulder and the triceps, the back of the arms. That's it. Now we're going to stay here. We're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we're going to gently go to the side. Keep the hips still. Just gently waft down there. Come up to the top, breathe in. Now we're going to go the other way. You see my finger the other way. Side to side, that lovely side stretch. Come up to the top, breathe in. Down the first side. Good. Up to the top. And down the last side. And back up to the top, well done. Okay. So we're now going to swap arms. Take the other arm up, palm down the back, push from the front or pull from behind. Keep the shoulders relaxed. That's it. So this time, I'm going to breathe in, and this time I'm going to go that way first. It doesn't really matter, but breathe in. You're going to gently go to one side. Come up to the top, breathe in, breathe out. Just feel that lovely side stretch as you do that. Again, breathe in, breathe out. Try to keep the hips as still as you can. And over. Fantastic work. And then back up to the top. Oh, circle those arms once and twice. And let's go back the other way. Take it wide. Take it wide and give yourselves a really big clap. Well done indeed. I do hope you enjoyed that PureStretch session and that you feel all relaxed and stretched, and also that you did some work. So thank you everyone for joining me today. I'm just going to give a little wave to those of you who've recently come in, Kate and Jill and Judith and Sheila, thank you. And I will see you all very soon, and I'll be posting this now, so if you were a bit later coming in, you can do the whole session at your convenience. See you soon, bye.